All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Monday market report for the week ending February 26, 2023. A week from today, when we have our next Monday market report, we will be in the month of March. We are marching on this year into 2023, and the market has been white hot. We have a return of this white hotness here this week, as we take a look at some of the biggest sales from great collections, and of course all the coins we talk about post 1900 modern graded coins. So this is like the modern era here that we're talking about. So long as the modern era of coins is doing well, the entire numismatic world is doing well as it should. And yeah, it seems like all the deep pockets people are back. And when the deep pockets people come, all of the big time registry sets and the top tier registries across all different types of US coin series beginning to take another additional boost. We have a couple more new pieces to talk about that have entered the market. Lincoln Cents, all the focus here this week, as we've seen just an insane amount of high-end coins all across the board, from 1909 all the way up to pretty much close to the most current date. We have a number of coins here that you're going to see that's just going to blow your mind, and I think the big question is how and why. Why does a coin sell for many thousands of dollars and it's barely 30 years old? That's a great question. I get that all the time. But it's the registry set, folks. The people that participate in this particular activity that's hosted by the big grading companies, they are pumping all sorts of money into this. And because of that, the market has just been really crazy here lately. I would say ever since around 2018, 2019, we're seeing just this strategy, just incredible rise in the desirability to get into registry set building, and it could be any more evident than we're seeing it today. So like I had said, we're looking at all the most notable coins that have sold on great collections this week. Everything's coming to a close as we speak, but all of the regular denominations have already closed out for the week, so we're going to highlight those. But yeah, stay tuned. 7 days from now, we're going to have another Monday market report that you guys won't want to miss. Will this trend continue? I would say probably it's looking very likely. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all the support for Blue Ridge Silverhound. And again, I'm your host, Sean. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Excuse me. Starting out with a 1992 Lincoln Memorial Cent. See, I told you it's getting crazy. Like, there's just no way that this coin would be on the list unless it was a close AM variety. This one is not, folks. It's just a really high graded top pop example. Now, Mid-State 69 seems pretty ridiculous, but believe it or not, there are a number of coins of this particular date that have graded out at 69. There's very few others that have hit that mark. Now, there are no 70s to speak of as of right now. Maybe one day we'll see that, and I would love to be a fly on the wall to see how much something like that would sell for, if and only if it hits the open market. But yeah, a top flight coin. This one right here happened to sell for $1,743 at 75 cents to kind of kick things off. So if you thought this coin was pretty wild and crazy, check this one out. 1991 Lincoln Memorial Cent, a coin that we probably have never covered on any Monday market report, yet we have one right here for you today. This is another PCGS Mid-State 69 red. And again, a registry set, Lincoln Cent owner, and there are a lot of them. The Lincoln Cent registries are some of the most robust, well-collected series to date. This one, yeah, top end coin. This is probably like a Pop 2 or something like that. It's that small. This one right here sold for $8,218.12. To put into perspective, that is roughly 4 $20 gold eagle, or double eagles. Yeah, the $20 double eagles, pre-1933. So Yeah, would you rather have 4 double eagles or this thing? Ask any Lincoln Cent registry set owner, and they're going to tell you, well, I need this 91, therefore I'm going to pay, like college tuition level money to own something as just asinine as this particular date. This is a date that I overlooked many times over back in the day, but maybe I should have taken more closer care at the possibilities of something like this. So there you go, the crazy one of the week right here. All right, so I'm not going to say it gets better because it really doesn't. Again, the Lincoln Cent Registry folks are determined to collect them all, just like the good old Pokemon saying. This is a 1980D, which I could honestly say we don't cover that much, if at all. This might be the second one that we've ever talked about in the history of Blue Ridge Silverhound, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, since 2011. So, yeah, quite a long time. Registry set has been going strong since that time as well. But we have an example here that grades out PCGS Mid-State 67 Plus, full red. I mean, quite a big difference 11 years makes. This is the top grade for the state in 1991, Mid-State 69. So, I mean, the quality certainly has not been too hot in the early 80s, and it shows here with this coin. If it only manages to be a 67 plus at the highest grade, that says everything you need to know. This one ended up selling for $2,053.12. Okay, so this is about the most imperfect rarity that you will ever lay eyes on. Now, I've seen a number of really, really poor-looking 1969 as doubled die obverses. This one is right up there. In spite of the fact that PCGS did assign it a mid-state grade, this time a 61 red-brown, the staining and the discoloration due to probably like carbon spotting, really suppressed the value of this coin. All right. This in most instances would be easily a $20,000 plus coin. But I think the overall eye appeal for this one really drugged some people away. Otherwise, it's a heck of a find, right? This is the thing that dreams are made of. It truly is someone's lottery find, and that's the way it's going to be till the end of time. Now, I would certainly never throw this back because of the way it looks. I would look at every single 69S, even if it's been sawed in half. So where did this one end up at? Okay, obviously not $20,000, but how about $18,562.50? Still not too bad. I mean, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye in most cases, and anyone that does find this, congratulations. It's just a huge find that's worth its weight in gold. All right, now we're getting into a little bit earlier fare. All registry set coins from here on out as far as Lincolns go, but 1951 is bar none one of the toughest dates to obtain the highest grade. This one certainly hit that pretty well as a PCGS Mid-State 67 red. It's also been cross-certified with CAC as well, which is a nice added benefit, and will make a huge difference in the value of a coin. This one ended up selling for $2,332.12. Mighty fine-looking coin here as well. Another banger. We covered one of these, about a month ago or something, 1940S. Another top flight Mid-State 68 red. This is the highest grade that you could realize for this particular date for now. And we have yet another one here. So another battle between the registry set elite took place. And this one, another 5-figure coin that ended up eclipsing $10,000. As a matter of fact, it ended at $10,406.25. I look at this and I'm like, man, I come across so many mid-state 1940Ss. It's not particularly rare if you're looking one for, like, say, your album or just as a type coin, but who can argue with a 68? That's just incredible. And a few more here. How about a 36D? Very nice. I mean, it gets tougher from here on out. 1920s and 30s Lincolns have long been the redheaded stepchild as far as quality is concerned. These coins generally were never preserved at the highest level of preservation. So, the fact that this one is a survivor is a pretty good fair assessment. It's a mid-state 67 plus, full red, CAC certified as well. And this one ended up hammering for $3,318.75. And 31, this coin really needs no other introduction. You Lincoln Cent Registry Cent folks do know the importance of this date. 67 is the number to be on this one for it to be relevant for a lot of registry set collectors. So 67 right here. $3,769.88 was the final tally for this example tonight. And the final coin, I told you, Lincoln Cents were crazy insane. I had to pick one that was a little bit older. There was like this clump from 1909 to 1930s something. There were a lot of $5,000 to $10,000 coins. The 1922 plain no mint mark Stuart Blay coin was actually resold here this week. I probably would guess that the person that bid and won it originally opted not to pay for it, which is dirty pull if you ask me. But it resold and still hit that major six-figure kind of level. But I didn't want to put that one back in here, but I chose this one instead because of its eye appeal. I love the kind of like the rose red toning, which is one of the earlier progressions of toning that you could realize on any copper coin. This is just a stunner. 1924 Philadelphia Mint. Not exactly your low-key date type coin right here. And, finding one that's in mid-state red like this is sure to be a chore. Mid-state 67 red is what this one was assigned. And this one sold for $7,593.75. Just a really pretty coin. All right, so we're on to nickels, and go ahead and fire away on your personal assessments on every single one of these coins. There's one out of the bunch I thought was pretty decent for what it was graded at. The 1983D here is not one of them. I'll be honest, I think it's either overgraded or they probably gave this one an extra consideration for the full steps. Where the bottom, I would say 2 steps on the right side are way too weak, in my opinion. Now, I don't know what it's like in hand. Could be a completely different story, but 1983D, yeah, it's a tough date. They didn't make mint sets, so your best bet was to either find an old collection that had lots of mint-state coins, or a BU roll, which, by the way, for this particular date, few and far between. They are a rarity. Mid-state 66 full steps is what PCGS gave this one. And, the price ended up being $1,556.87. This is the one right here that I thought was correctly graded. And it's a proof nickel, right? They're all very well struck. So they don't grade these on the merit of full steps. They do, however, grade them on cameo contrast. This one, just a regular Proof 68 cameo. It is the no S type. So there's no S mint mark on here. It was accidentally left off by mint employees when they produce these for whatever reason, Still a great chase piece to find in those proof sets. This is one of the more easier accessible dates across the board. This one sold for $1,293.75. All right, back to the Blitzkrieg. Not too great here. 1961 Jefferson nickel has always been a tough date, but I'm not seeing the full steps on this one. I'm being more extra critical these days because I expect better, right? If it's a true rarity, it deserves to be graded, you know, with a little bit extra detail, I suppose. Now, this is an Comprador collection piece, so it's got a little bit of a provenance to it, you know. But overall, this coin right here ended up on the list. Mint State 65 full steps is what it was assigned as, and this one sold for $2,751.75. All right, this one's decent, but again, I'm questioning the full steps on this. The bottom couple steps, and there's 6 full steps, supposedly, on every single nickel that you do come across. And a grading company like NGC or PCGS will grade them as long as they have 5 full steps that are uninterrupted that go all the way across. Again, it might just be the photography. This might be different in person, but this one is a little bit of a stretch. You know, it's a little bit of a stretch. Mint State 67 full steps is what PCGS gave this one, and this one did end up selling for $2,700.01. All right, enough of the Jefferson nickels. The only single solitary Buffalo that we do have, and that's by choice because there were a number of them that did really well this week, has to be the final date, 1938 Denver. It's the only mint that produced these. There were no Phillies, no San Franciscos. However, there's a really, really, really nice, very cherry pickable variety. It's the D over S over mint mark. It's FS 512. I believe there's 2 types. The 511 is just as impressive as well. Cherry pick these right now because I would say in 10 years, Mint State 38Ds are going to be a thing of the past. They're either going to exist out there for the taking, or they're going to just plain up not exist anymore. Very popular final date coin. These were I call it like 38 and a half because during this year they also produced Jefferson nickels as well. But beautiful coin. The PCGS gave this one a Mint State 67 plus CAC certification as well, and this one sold for $4,106.25. Okay, we have a 1945S. This is actually the micro mint mark, so it's got this very tiny small S mint mark on the reverse, but it's easy to understand why this one's on the list. Okay, it's not because it has full split bands. It does not have that kind of a nice sharp strike. It's just a really nice toned. That's the name of the game here. Example, Mint State 68 is what was given to this one, and it's also CAC certed as well. This coin ended up selling for $2,110.50. And there was another 45S, this time just a regular mint mark type, but however, this one ended up not only with the pretty toning that you see here on both sides of the coin, but also the full split bands. Okay, that's really what you're trying to go for when you're grading Mercury dimes. This one is a 68 full bands by PCGS. Very, very pretty, very original looking coin. This one ended up selling for $5,512.50. Mercuries are just hot right now. And we also have 41. A very common date, by the way, if you're looking to just pick one up in mint state condition, raw. However, graded, yeah, good luck. These things are generally very well struck. A lot of them land in that mint state 66 to 67 region if you were grading these. But 68 is the grade to have. Full bands as well. Of course it does. It just looks very well struck. This one sold for $2,728.12. And the final merc on this week's list is a 25D. This is actually one of the keys with a sharp strike. There are a few. A lot of them are in the teens dates. 25D is another tough one. There's a couple 1920s that you have to be aware of. This is one of them here. PCGS assigned a grade of mid-state 65 plus. It does say full bands, and it looks like that. I don't see a interrupting chatter on the highest points of the fasces. It's the thing of sticks in the middle of the reverse there. So anyways, in any event, this one ended up as a $4,059 sale. Really cool. I like this one. And I can only imagine that if it hits like 66 and higher, this thing is gonna go bananas. And they usually do. All right, we're going to end off things on three quarters, and they are all of the Washington variety type, or Washington design, not so much varieties. How about a good old-fashioned business strike 1967? This is not a special mint set coin, because as you guys know, they didn't make mint sets in 67, nor did they make proof sets. They made SMS sets. But the more kind of rudimentary looking business strikes are pretty easy to discern from the SMS coins. Some people have a hard time, not me. I know how to tell the two apart because of the crazy die flow lines all across both sides of the coin. The only NGC graded coin, believe it or not, on the list. This one is a Mint State 68. A super atomic registry coin if I ever saw one, and this sold for $1,644.75. And the last couple are a pair of just original gemmy 1950s coins, starting out with a 53S with pockets of yellow and rose all throughout the coin, and some of that original steel gray of the silver planchet shows through really well. Good looking coin, more of an original registry set piece if anything else. CAC certified. It's a Mint State 68, which is just a bomb for this coin. This one sold for $5,917.50. And we're going to end it off on probably one of the least spectacular eye appeal type coins. Okay, this has zero eye appeal, even though it's toned. It's more of the original skin because, in all honesty, you can take this coin, dip it in some Tarnex, and it'll come out looking like new. All right. It is what it is. But the purists that collect these, they want to keep that skin on there because it's truly a coin that shows not only some of this like multi-year buildup of toning, but also it's a coin that is undisturbed. It's never seen any sort of dipping agent. It's never been cleaned or doctored, things like that. The OG collectors prefer it that way. PCGS gave a Mint State 67 plus grade on this. It's also CAC certified. And this final coin of this week's Monday Market Report sold for $3,955.50. I don't know if you paid too much attention or if you counted the coins. We actually had 21 total listings that we talked about here tonight, which I believe is the most so far in 2023. We usually average like 17 to 19 coins. This time we had a couple extra for you because it was such a really busy week on Great Collections website. So that's going to go ahead and wrap things up for the week. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my videos and my channel. If you haven't done so already, all of this extra endorsement would certainly go a long way for me to provide more content for you revolving around the numismatic world. Come check me out on TikTok as well, at Blue Ridge Silverhound. Always looking for more followers on there as well, especially if you're digging on the shorter duration content, anything under a minute. I do a lot of, and I've been doing more of those YouTube shorts as well on my channel, respectively. And I'm gonna end it off on this one last thing. I start my Whatnot auctions on March 1st. Okay, it's my first time debut special. I'm going to have about 50, 60 lots that I'm going to be selling. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be getting some really good deals, a lot of great type coins, some unique fare, a lot of silver as well. It's going to be represented. So if you haven't done so already, I implore you, come on down, check things out. All right, I'm going to have my referral link down below in the description box or pinned into the comment section of this video. Go ahead and check it out. Sign up. Get your $15 in credit when you do sign up. And check things out. I will have buy it nows that are on the cheap side. I'll have buy it now silver, buy it now type coins, and various other great things for the first day of my whatnot selling career. And it should be a lot of fun. But go ahead and check things out, and wish me luck if you're not. I appreciate all your guys' support again. You guys have a wonderful week. Be safe out there. And I will see you guys on the next coin video. So long.